Naruto 636 viewer comments. Another awesome week for the manga. Another awesome week of viewer comments created by you. And before I get to the top 2 voted comments this week, a couple of things. Just Obito hasn't really used his other abilities. I mean, it's so there's a lot of potential for him to do that. He's definitely been saving himself. Okay, and who will he resurrect? Who? Okay, we've got Rin, we've got Madara trying to force him to do, but it is possible that we could have other characters get resurrected. I mean, that would be pretty insane. So that can happen. Anyway, as I was doing a little bit of research before I made this video, I googled Naruto Rinnegan Resurrection, and the top 4 entry, right, was a video I made, no kidding, in October 30, 2011. I've never Googled anything and my bearded face pop up somewhere, so that was pretty amazing. It was an okay video, anything special to go look up or anything. But anyway, so we're back to the same type of question right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and there's a lot I want to say, but I'm going to go ahead and let the comments kind of inspire me. So let's go ahead and get the top 2 comments. The top 2 people this week is DT Ninja 831. No big surprise there. Conley Bob 9. No big surprise there. Always big contributors that I really do appreciate. Okay, we'll start off with DT Ninja 831. Desperation is starting to set in. This is the time for the real Obito to surface. Is Madara revived with a Rinnegan Tensei? The alliance will be crushed. What if he revives Rin instead? I know it sounds pointless, but she's reason he stopped believing in this world. If anyone could save his humanity, it's her. Also, for him to do something in order to save his friends at the end would be redeeming in every sense of the word. Nice review and keep up the great work. I always appreciate the kind words and your awesome comments, by the way. So, but you're bringing up a lot of comments. That's why it was voted up number 1. And not picked by me, okay, picked by other people reading your comments. So that makes it even better, to be perfectly honest. Okay, right. Okay, will it be Rin? Will it be Madara? But pretty much like what I said. Who else can it be? It's possible that, heck, Neji's body is still around. That Neji could get, that's possible. But it's also possible, what I think probably happened, just my guess right here, is someone is getting ready to get killed. One of our living characters, maybe even Naruto, I mean, probably not Naruto, but somebody's getting ready to get, because then the Jubi would have to go and it would respawn in some years. So somebody that doesn't have a Jubi on him, not Naruto or B, somebody could get killed, and it's possible that Toby could bring him back. There's other possibilities, because I don't think that, I don't think Obito is, I think he's crazy, but I don't think he's this stupid. Okay, Madara had this plan. He created this monster. This is, his fallback that he's using on his fail-safes. So I think that Obito is going to pull some other rabbits out of his hat, and one of the biggest rabbits that Obito can use is to run away. And I think that could also be part of what happens, and that would push this whole thing back even further. So there we go. That's I don't know if that answered any questions, but there's so many possibilities. I think we really have to tip our hat to Kishimoto right now for having this many possibilities open for us to kind of travel down and have fun thinking about. And that's of course that's what makes this series so awesome. Anyway, DT Ninja 831, the number 1 voted up comment this week. Number 2, Bob 9. Thank you, Madara Uchiha. You are finally getting back on track. I was also hoping that he'd eventually backstab Obito, and he did. Ever since the mask came off, Obito has been the butt of many jokes for good reason. Goodbye, Obito. Smell you later. Well, unfortunately for all of us, the odds are that Obito is still going to be here. So yeah, but I definitely agree with your words. But I think this is going to be stretched out much further. It's like getting rid of the Jubi. Okay, it was just too fast, and I think that getting rid of Obito, this is just ridiculously too fast, and it isn't going to happen. So, and remember, he's got the Rinnegan. He has the ability to, all the abilities that he has, to re-energize his own life, to pull in chakra, to do all kind of crazy stuff. So there's all this possibility. We've really been focused on who is he going to, resurrect, when there's a lot more possibilities there. Anyway, I really do appreciate the comments as always. Okay, and let's see. DT Ninja again. I really enjoyed the Kumite scene. I love it that you're bringing this up. Between Kakashi and Obito. The way Kishimoto conveyed those panels was just brilliant. Yes, they were. Connecting past and present into a single moment. It gave us the nostalgic feel that those two shinobi were connected, even though they had suffered different paths. And look, anybody, I know I said it and I'll say it again. Anybody that has only read the chapter once, I would strongly recommend at least going back, and I went back and reread the chapter before doing this review, and if you slowly read the battle scenes and the dialogue as it's intended, it's brilliant. The whole thing where Obito, of course, loses for the 1 millionth time, and they have to do the reconciliation thing, and then of course the panel below it, here comes the Kurenai, and it was like I said, it was just brilliant. But it's so easy to fly through because we're waiting to see who's going to die. So, but anyway, point taken. Once again, DT Ninja through, and I really do appreciate it. And Janisorf is big time relieved. Yay! Sorry, but I'm so happy. Kakashi has been getting criticized for not being able to beat the really powerful characters, but he's proved them wrong. He kicked Obito's ass. Oh, and the ending was amazing. Well, if there's somebody he knows, it's Obito. I mean, we've all seen that. And his winning streak just, and let's just admit it. Obito Toby has always tried to use other creatures as opposed to doing the dirty work himself. Okay, and Obito has always, if you've seen it, okay, he typically runs away or does a stall technique or whatever. Okay, unless he was fighting Minato, but that whole thing is anyway. I strongly question all that. And a woman that just gave childbirth sued Naruto. So anyway, regardless of that, also I don't think that, to be perfectly honest, I don't think Kakashi has been getting criticized for not beating big characters. I think the criticism of Kakashi is that the way he was set up by Kishimoto, he is just weak. Okay, he's extremely strong. He has very powerful abilities. Okay, but his chakra pool has been weak. Like I said, it's been like Spider-Man or some other characters that, or even Batman. They're very limited. Okay, but so they have to be a lot smarter than their opponents. But so now we've been seeing him using his abilities a lot more and at a higher level. It's, like I say, it's sustained, and he has this little chakra pool. So there's issues. Now some of those issues are kind of settled because, like I say, when he was fighting, as I mentioned a couple times before, the seven swordsmen and all that, he was getting infused, not just healed, but he was getting infused with chakra. So that helped make sense there. But evidently he's had some kind of a power up. I think something was mentioned even by him. He's had some kind of augmentation or something. I guess he would have to be. But anyway, like I say, just moving on from that. I don't think it's been the criticism that he hasn't beat other characters. It's just that shouldn't be at their level with his disabilities. He should be working in a team, waiting for his opening. Okay, but he individually too. That's another problem. But anyway, moving on. It's a little bit longer on that than I wanted to, but really good points. And let's see, Roger Gibbs. I clearly think Obito will revive somebody or have a last word with Kakashi or Minato before he's a goner, because he's done a lot of damage, and Madara will somehow be the Ten Tails host. By the way, now you bring up an extraordinary point. There's yet another thing that we really haven't discussed and I haven't seen people talking about. Okay, what is Minato's reaction I mean, how much does he know already? Okay, what is his reaction going to be when? Because remember, Obito was gone. Okay, when he arrived, so Obito is back in this dimension. What is Minato going to do? How is he going to play a factor into this? Is there going to be a discussion? Because we've talked about this all before, and maybe it's been a while, you know, just to remind everybody, what is their conversation going to be like? So, the potential for Obito and some discussion and all this is just it's pretty big, and I actually would I'd kind of like to see that. I mean, in a way, even though evidently Rin is the only person that Obito cares about, that still is another thing that shocked me. I don't want to spend a whole time on this. Is how, you know, he turned his back. I mean, he tried to. Well, anyway, like I say, I don't think that this whole Obito Kakashi thing was resolved when he first met it. And I think a lot of people, if you go back and read the manga, I don't think that Kishi had this all leveled out. But anyway, okay, moving on past that. And let's see. Appreciate the comments, brother. If I don't mention that, I'm just being absent-minded. So, let's see. How do I pronounce this? Yerba mate dude. Okay, maybe. Maybe that's the right way to say it. Okay, I'm thinking that Obito will go back to his hideout. It took longer to figure out that word than read it. And that could be a possibility. Okay, there's still the will of Madara there. It was like some kind of a trident or something or what have you. And of course, probably Ren's body, because he took off with it. So anyway, so there's just so many possibilities. And Kishimoto right now he's in the genius zone. You know, I've questioned things that he's done, but the guy he's a genius. Let's just admit it. Sometimes an evil genius, though. All right, that tortures his fans. All right, really do appreciate the comment. Okay, Mr. Felian. I had a feeling Obito will bite the dust eventually by Madara's hand, and I mentioned this possibility in one of your reviews. I do hope Ren will take a role in all this, as you predict may happen, because this will make things much more interesting. Perhaps if this actually happens, Obito will die in peace, without holding a grudge in his heart against Kakashi. Thanks for the review. Hey, and thank you for your comments, everyone. You and everyone else, too. I like this comment, actually. Well, see, that's one of the things. Some people say, well, Ren's going to die, or Obito's going to die right now, but there's still a lot of possibilities. There's even reconciliation. There's a lot of different ways that, like I say, you know, you've heard the expression, you know, someone can paint themselves in a corner. Well, this, you know, Kishimoto right now, the way everything is just, there's no painting in the corner. It's just opportunities all over the place, and it's awesome. Really do appreciate the comments, by the way. And we'll see, Javi Soccer 13. Excuse me. One can't become a Jinchuriki when they're an Edo Tensei. Hence why he wants to revive. No, that's another girl. Ren died at a younger age. Yes, Kakashi can use Kamui to come back. He has shown great improvement as a Kamui in just this war. He can now move back and forth the dimension, provided he still has Naruto's chakra. Appreciate the comment. And is no good. So Madara wants to revive himself right now, and then become the Jinchuriki of the Jubi. Tell me if I understand correctly. Why would he want to do something like that? Isn't he immortal right now? In the chapter 572 at page 6, where Naruto meets the former Jinchuriki inside the Jubi, there is a girl that looks like Rin is in her. It's true that Obito could possibly beat her again and redeem himself. Can Kakashi use Kamui to come back to the battlefield? Let's see, in chapter 572, page 6, Naruto meets former Jinchuriki inside the Jubi, and there's a girl that looks like Rin in her. That's something I'd actually kind of want to look up, and as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and stop this video, and I'm going to go take a look at that, and then whenever you're ready, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've read in there, and whenever you're ready, meet up again in part 2.